Good morning, my raindrops. It is time to open your eyes to a bright and shiny brand new day. Let's start the week with a brand new episode of the Lunar Rain Art, the weekly vibe. All right, good morning. Let's start the morning out with talking through the Lunar Rain Art photography. I finished up the summer series in September and I picked out my top photos and I wanted to show them to you. So let's start. The first photo is a lovely cotton candy sunset over the river. And the other photo is a wildflower that I found in northern Wisconsin. The next photograph is of a city flower. And it is a very beautiful photograph, I believe, because it almost looks like it has a black and white background. And the red is the pop of color. But it's nature's way of doing it. The photograph on the right is of an actual sunset. I have not touched that photograph. That sky was from the wildfires this summer. And when the sun would set, because of all of the smoke in the air, and I guess the way everything connected, it created these gorgeous, vibrant colors in the sky. And I happened to get a really beautiful photograph that day. So that's an actual sunset there. It looks fake, but it's so beautiful. Um, so I wanted to share it with you. These photographs were also taken from the same area. I love the flowers, and they are midsummer flowers, but they look so fall. I have toyed with the idea of using them in some of the design. They make a beautiful background photo. And the storm that you see on your left, I just happened to snap the camera at the same time the lightning went off. I had to keep shutter snapping in order to get it, but I did finally get it. That was a monster storm that came through. One of the craziest ones I saw all summer. So the photo to the left of the building, that was actually taken right before the prior page, the storm that rolled in. This was about 15 minutes prior to that storm rolling in. You can see how clear the sky is. It's crystal clear. And then there's these huge, thick, monstrous looking clouds that roll in 15 minutes later. And I have this beautiful lightning show. The next photograph to it is just, it's a flower that I see everywhere, but that one happened to be in pristine shape. And I got it. It was very fresh that day. And there's no bug bites on it yet, and it was just perfect. So I snagged it. I think these are some of the most unique flowers that I found. The flower to the left looks like it's going to eat something in the jungle, and the flower to the right is actually very tiny. It's the smallest, smallest little thing. And I just got this camera right on the right angle and happened to pick up all that detail, and I blew it up and I was able to receive this. These are gorgeous backgrounds for products. I do still old school graphic design a little. I try to use AI where I really only need it. For the most part, I am sort of set in my ways that way where I like to make all of the stuff that goes into Lunar Rain art. Sometimes I am on the treadmill running a little too quickly though, and that is where AI comes in handy. But for the most part, I go out and I get all of my own graphic designs. And these are a very good example of what I might place a product over eventually. This is my favorite photograph, I believe, from the entire summer after all the flowers that I took photographs of and drove everybody crazy in my house. I believe this one is the most lovely out of all of them, and it will probably grace my spring apparel. And it is also featured in the Lunarine Art Project Guide Series 1, Set 1 book. The first item on the Lunarine Art Weekly Product Vibe is the Lunarine Art Summer Flower Edition Glass Cutting Board. This cutting board is selling for $60.60. It is made with tempered glass, which means it is heat resistant. It is more sanitary than the wood cutting boards because the knife does not penetrate the glass surface. The design will only be available through October 31st, and then it will be placed into the spring 2024 line rotation. All right, I'm going to give you a special sneak peek at the Vintage November line. It does have some products out there, but this is the full product line, and we're just going to take a little peek. We're not going to talk about it, I'm just going to let you see it. All right, let's talk about that Beanstalk journal again. So, the Beanstalk journal, and I've created several other styles in the journal, which I will link to this video. You can just look in the upper right hand corner. You should see a link so that you can go check them out. However, I would just want to remind you to think about those for a gift for someone that you care about this holiday season. I truly think that they are such a thoughtful, heartfelt gift. The quality of these journals, and it's such a personalized gift. And I just want you to keep them in mind as the holiday season grows and matures and we get closer to buying those sort of gifts for people, that you might keep the Lunarine Art hardcover journal in mind for that, so that you can give the thoughtful gift of journals. This beanstalk clutch bag made by Lunarine Art is made of vegan leather, and it has a Saffiano pattern finish that was invented by Prada. This clutch bag does retail for $167. You can click the upper right hand link to take yourself to the product page and get yourself a beanstalk clutch bag today. Looky right here, I got the Vintage Flower backpack. Retails for $389.70. It carries all your snacks. See how I did that? Keep all your valuables safe in custom style with this Lunarine Art Beanstalk jewelry box. Available in multiple colors, this jewelry box features dual hinges that lock at 90-degree angles, an elegant glossy finish, and a soft interior lined with a felt material. Bye! Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next Monday.